the Outer Worlds.
Hey there, gorgeous guys. Version 2 here
Avowed,
with
and
Square Enix E3
we're getting,
live,
then we're
like
getting
actually
returns of
live
old
this
IP
time.
that were
It is
RPGs, back
5:12
on
in the morning.
360 and
I
the
woke
original
up
Xbox, like Fable.
how many minutes ago?
There's so much to love. I
Less
can't
than
wait
10.
to play
Less than
all
10
these
minutes
games.
ago I
All
woke
these
up.
games
Let's
have the
fucking do this.
variety
What am I
and
expecting from
depth
Square Enix?
that I'm looking for in
Not Final
an
Fantasy
RPG,
VII
and
Remake Part 2.
there's nothing to be
At the very most, and
be
it's
concerned about.
extremely
I'm,
unlikely, we will get a
incredibly
4-second
excited.
teaser.
All these developers
I would
are
like
very
more on
talented, and I
FF
can't wait to see the
16.
end product.
I know
Because I am excited to play that, because I'm now excited to play more Final Fantasy games with how good it was. Beyond that,
there
what does
was,
Square Enix even make?
There was this title, I don't want to butcher
Watch
the
there be a
name, but it was
Kingdom
like
Hearts.
Yuriden,
Watch there be a fucking
title?
Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah,
and everyone's
yeah.
just like,
So I know
"What?"
about the game, I just don't know how to pronounce the title. But
I don't even know what
that's
else
from,
Square make.
Developers
Intermission?
Coden,
If they can make
traditional,
FF7
iconic
Remake
JRPGs
into
back from
Tifa,
the PlayStation and
I'd be do that.
PlayStation 2.
More Endwalker stuff?
And
oh yeah.
the art style gave a lot of like Octopath
that
Traveler vibes,
that
which
Final
is now
Fantasy
also on
14
Game Pass.
game. I've heard a little bit about it.
It's going to be a while till we get that game. That game was kickstarted. I want to say either
sorry.
really early this year or late last year.
Again, just woke
there's
up.
2 games coming, one in 2022.
So it makes a
one
lot
in
of
2023,
stuff
we know
on
they're
its
coming to
western
Game Pass
side.
Day one, and that's awesome.
Oh yeah, there is
for
stuff
the
like
itself.
Another big game.
My brain went to say Stranger Things, but I'm thinking Life is Strange.
Battlefield 2042. We
come
got
on, time will
gameplay
do. First
reveal
stream.
there. You had a very astute observation that I did not catch on.
I'm gonna be letting
about
Square
that
do most of the
gameplay trailer.
talking. I'm also
so the original
worried
trailer
I might
was all
wake up other
CG,
people
and they
in
were
the
showing
house
off
with
the
this,
different
so
maps and stuff that we're going to be able to play on.
I'm gonna let Square
and
do
then
most of the
they
talking
recreated
today.
some of the moments that we saw in that trailer in engine, and I thought that was
Oh,
really
goodness.
nice. Now it's pre-alpha gameplay, so it's just
This
cool
is
to
the
see
worst I have
that they're
woken
like,
up in
hey, this is
in
pre-alpha,
well
this
since
is-
the Cluster
this is
Headache
early,
episode ended.
128
Like
players
normally when I
in-
wake up
on
in the
next
morning,
gen,
I'm
and I believe
fine
it's
and I'm
64 on
perky.
previous gen.
Like instantly,
It's-
I
it's
wake
cool
up
to
and I'm
see
fine and I'm good
that
to go.
They were able to show
Today I have woken up and I'm just like,
CG
I
trailer
feel like
in
I got
engine
no
for
sleep
this
at
demo,
all,
and I
despite the
appreciate
fact
that.
I think I
All right,
overslept.
guys.
I think is what
Final
happened.
thoughts now. We have
Because I went to
3
sleep at
minutes,
maybe
maybe
8
just a
p.m.
tad left.
because I
Final
knew I
thoughts
wanted
on
to
this
wake up
conference.
early
We
for
gave our
this.
best to show individual game
So I
picks.
went to
We
sleep
talked
at like
about a lot
8
of
p.m.
games,
and then
although there were
woke
so
up
many
at
we
5
didn't
a.m.
have time to cover all of them. We talked
So
about
I
the
think I
glory
have
of Game Pass.
overslept, and I
But
know
just
it might sound
this
weird to
conference
sound like
overall,
9 hours is oversleeping,
Miranda,
but for me it very
how
much
about
is.
compared to years past, historically, like
So I think
how
I have
was this
overslept,
conference
and
for
I
you?
feel like shit because of
So
it.
you know how we talked a lot about how conferences have like kind of a mid lull? This did not have that.
Oh,
This had like
Ooh.
some things like, oh, well,
See,
we're getting,
Persona is
some
gon-
updates, like,
something
CPUs
P5
updates,
is
and
gonna
maybe if you
happen
don't
here.
care
Look
about
at
games as a
this.
service, you know, that's something that's a
The,
little bit
the
slower.
logo
However,
for this thing's a
even those
heart.
don't
There's
have
gonna
any
be
new
something
updates, like,
Persona
the editing
5
was
here.
good, the conversations around
Don't
them were good,
point
and
out
they're
that's
always,
Atlas.
put
It's
with
gonna
other
happen
very
here.
exciting things. I think Microsoft really nailed it with the pacing of this show.
Guys,
they did such a fantastic job of like
I think
opening the show.
I
like,
think
opening
Joker
with
might be coming to
Starfield,
Smash.
Great idea.
I mean,
a lot of people thought,
all
well,
the
it's probably
signs are
gonna be
here.
at
I
the
think
end, but it's
Joker
gonna
might be
the
coming to
one more
Smash.
thing. No. They had another one more thing, and also I love that they had Halo later on because I think
It's
that
not
was
even
for me as a
cold.
huge
It's the
Halo
water that I
fan.
had from
So I
yesterday.
felt like anticipation waiting. It's like, oh well, when's Halo? I thought they were gonna open with Halo possibly, but no. I just really liked how this was
Super
paced, and it
duper
just
royal.
had me excited at a lot of different moments, and I think that's
No, we're
really
gonna get
cool. Makes
karting all
for
afternoon.
a conference like this.
I did just
Yeah,
realize
you
that with
made a
all
great
of
point about pacing.
Gage
There were
3's
very
DLC at
few
Million Memory
human
and UX
beings
Stories,
on
there's
the
nothing
screen
Cage.
presenting
Content's been
things,
announced on
which,
the horizon.
Like in years past, I know I've
Could happen.
I've kind of been a little annoyed by the obviously teleprompter.
Why am I
scripted
so
round
fucking
table
awful this morning
conversations
when I
where
woke up? I
people aren't
swear to
really
God, when I
talking to
wake up,
each
I'm
other, they're
normally
just
not
looking
like
over their shoulder to
this
read the teleprompter.
groggy.
And there really wasn't any
Sup,
of that. It was
misfits?
just game.
Oh my
game,
God, I
game,
feel like I'm
game,
gonna
game.
sneeze again.
I agree. The pacing was great. Cam,
Sure.
how did you feel about this conference overall?
Yeah, making it
Why?
really quick and short, I think that it was great. I think
Oh,
it's
goodness.
their best showing in a very long time. I think it did everything that they needed
Oh yeah,
to do.
yeah, Dark
to
Road.
get
Dark
fans
Road is the
Xbox
one
excited,
thing we have
and
right
the
now
only thing
for
that I wish that we saw
that.
was Everwild. I think that game.
Oh, it's still going. Okay, I
we've
didn't realize it had
been waiting on that
started.
game for a while. I really expected gameplay during the show, but we didn't. Oh well, we'll see it soon.
Ugh.
Justin, you have literally 10
Goodness.
seconds. Twitter-worthy final thought.
This was awesome. Xbox did great. I cannot wait to see what
Oh
else
yeah,
they
there's
bring.
Xbox
There's
after
a
this
lot
too.
that they
Well, it
didn't
was
show
before this,
still
but I
coming.
haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
Perfect
'cause-
Dark. We mentioned Everwild.
Well, if I woke
Hellblade
up
2,
3
we
hours
didn't
ago
see
to
it,
do
but
something, I
there's
might have
huge
woken
story
up
to look
actually
forward to
okay instead of right
moving
now
forward.
feeling
So
like
that's about all the
absolute
time we
shit.
have before Unlocked gets locked again, but there's still tons more coming up. up today and beyond.
Ah.
But right now, Summer
Sorry.
of Gaming rolls on.
I
With the
don't know
Square
why
Enix
I've woken up
showcase.
so
Let's
fucking
go.
awful right now. I'm normally not groggy when I wake up. Various stages of development.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here, and
Can
I'm
y'all
back
hear
as
that?
your host of Square Enix Presents. Today we
Yell at
have
me
a
about
special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios
Persona is
across the
happening.
globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal.
Persona 5,
We hope you
let's
enjoy
go.
the show.
I'm not even doing this full screen. What the fuck am I doing? Sorry.
Do you know what a birthright is, Peter?
Okay.
Something that's a part of you.
More Avengers.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
Is this actually going to be good or shit like the other one you guys made?
So we got fined. We appear to be 6,963 units short. I know, we clearly need a plan.
Licensed music, fuck yeah, let's go.
Anything with claws the size of grass, let me know.
We got this.
It's a straight up Guardians game. But is this... Will people trust this after the last one sucked?
You want monster? I'll show you monster. No, we disrobe.
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
I mean, I'm inherently more excited for a Guardians game than just an Avengers game because Guardians is like one of the few good Marvel properties
Maybe we can work
that I
something
actually
out.
like.
You had one job, Quill.
I did exactly what?
But the Avengers game sucked.
More no-killing teammates. That's who. It's literally in your contract. I made no such commitments.
In less than 3 cycles, all would be lost. The galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
We can do this together. Fucking great, Quill.
You got this, probably.
Star-Lord, right?
So it's this weird thing where most of the voices don't sound like what they're originally meant to be, but at least they look, but they look very similar. Where that doesn't look like Chris Pratt at all, but the voice is meant to sound like him.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
But at least I would say it is definitely a step up from the
Hi, my name is Olivier Proux, senior producer here at Eidos
budget
Montreal.
porn
For the past
parody
few years,
lookalikes
we've had the
that they
privilege
have
to work
in
on
the
our
Avengers
version
game.
of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
And yeah, that's
and
really
reimagine
fucking
it
soon to
into
be
a
first
single-player,
announced
story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're
The same thing
constantly
with
in
the
the
other
middle
Marvel
of
game.
the
Couldn't
action
make the faces
as you try to
different enough,
lead
but still close
this
enough to make
band of
people recognize
misfits.
it.
But today, I'm really
Well, yeah, it's like
excited
the other
to
ones
have
look
all of you
exactly
join us
like
on this journey, and
budget
you'll
porn
hear
parodies.
more about the game
These
from
at
our
least
team
look like
behind
their
this
own thing.
project.
Right,
That
let's do
Gamora
this.
does not look like movie Gamora.
I've always
really.
loved Marvel's cosmic characters.
I mean, the Rocket does,
growing
but
up as a
that's
kid,
not
and
really
I read them, enjoyed them, loved them. I had the opportunity to write
But, like,
for Marvel
Quill
on some of their
here
cosmic
has, like,
titles.
actual
I went
blonde,
back
slicked
with the
back
help
hair
of Bill
kind of
Roseman,
thing.
the editor,
That's
and
not
kind of
Chris Pratt.
cherry-picked
But it sounds
characters
like
from Marvel's past.
The opportunity here was to build a team, but to make it all underdogs, so that the reader would think, oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that
looks
became
like
the
a
Guardians of the
character.
Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I'll be honest.
I remember the first time that the Marvel
The biggest
crew
thing for
came
me
to
that is
Montreal,
I'm not
we
being
were
sold
showing
on
them
by
the
what they're
design of the
showing me
characters,
here
how they would look, and they
is the
stayed
fact
silent.
that
I don't
it
know if
seems
it's
like
a
you're
minute, but
only
in my
playing
head
as,
it was a minute. I
as
was like,
Quill.
oh my god, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel
Let me play
and
as
Montreal
Rocket.
share have in common, and
Also, that
we
Gamora
knew
design
the
is like
Guardians were
absolutely
in
top tier with the
perfect
black hair
hands.
with
Looking
the
at
red
the samples
tips.
that Eidos were kind
Because
enough
I'm a
to show me,
sucker for
I
that
think
because
he's
obviously I am.
fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these
I mean,
characters
it's
are.
how I did
What
my
makes
hair
the
for a little
gameplay
bit before it
experience
was way
unique to
too
me
difficult to
is
maintain.
no
and
matter
keep
in
up
what
dying it
phase
like
of the
that.
game you are, whether you're in exploration or you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you and you never feel alone. While you're the leader, the Guardians will also challenge you and make decisions on their own, and you will have to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates!
Says who?
It's literally in your contract!
I made no such commitment.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your
I
blasters
don't
and
know
you're
if
using
making
your
one really good
jet boots.
moveset, but it's trying to make 5
Star-Lord
decent
is really
movesets.
empowering. He's very agile on
I mean,
the battlefield. He can
maybe.
slide and over with his jet boots. Of course, he has
it
his
could be
elemental
they went for that
blasters
focus
have different
because they
powers as
realized
well.
that
And on top
trying
of
to
all
make
of
all the
this,
different
you can
characters
use
they
the
made in the
unique
Avengers
abilities of his
game
Guardians.
sucked.
We're not
You have a
pirates.
point.
We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No.
Yeah, there's a Marvel character that makes sense to have a
The
style
story
meter.
is
It
about
is
the group
fucking
of
Quill.
misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They
And there was, like, a
create
Vanquish
something
dash
on a
also,
small
I saw.
scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created
So I want to
something
see like
really big
extended
that
gameplay
threatens the
bits.
galaxy.
I want to see
There
if this
are a
looks
lot
like.
of very interesting villains in
Do-
the Marvel franchise.
does it
and
look
when you're
as
starting to
interesting
work on a
gameplay-wise as the
story like
Avengers game
this,
did?
you get your pick of which ones
Honestly,
will
with how
make
poorly
the best for
Avengers
this
sold,
story. That gives us the opportunity
shocked
to bring
that
in
Square's
some
being
that are
given
well
another
known,
opportunity.
but some that are also not all that well known.
I'm sure
What I
Square's
was
going
getting
for
so
it.
right
I'm pretty
about
sure
them
the Avengers movie was a
is
big
capturing what
budget
it's like
problem
to
for them.
be
Like,
a misfit
it
family. You're
hemorrhaged
also
a
bringing
lot
an
of fucking money
amazing
for the company.
imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly fresh and exciting. It's not a matter of trying to replicate the comic or trying to replicate the film. It's trying to take the medium you're working in and make the best version of Guardians out of that.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were just going to put these main games aside to separate them. Which is the smart decision. Because I feel like especially for gamers and what you can do in video games, like Guardians is something that people would be excited for as its own separate thing. And the fact that Guardians comes with a cast of 5 main characters, that's enough to run a single game on very easily. As opposed to like some of the other Marvel heroes, sure they've got their side characters, but the main character of the property is the hero. Where in this, the main character is Quill, and then all of the others are basically just as important.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Huh, team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakaran.
Guys, I think we should hear out Groot for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Tell Groot. I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Which one are we going to sell?
Well, Rocket's definitely scary.
It's also
on
relying
the
how good the
inside.
comedy will work out
He's
across however many
unstable
hours.
and
This is
vicious
also
and
true.
Totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do
So I
this.
think for a narrative
Let's go sell a
perspective, everyone getting into arguments
seriously
and
flying in.
like they make their own things and everything like that, they're all dysfunctional as fuck. It makes a lot of sense.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
But again,
Flying the wrong way.
how well will the humor last over
Guys,
time?
relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far!
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
Star-Lord's jacket is
There is
so
nothing to figure
fucking
out. As beast
extra.
merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Like, it's so over the top.
All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
I think so far the dialogue between the characters is fine. It's not like instantly classic, but it's like, it's fine. It works.
Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord, we ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever.
Why didn't you park closer to the castle? Sorry, impregnable fortress. I know it's raining, but they really need to be shouting everything. I know it's early in the morning, guys. Come on.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Okay, these platforms are way grosser up close. Oh, they're not platforms, they're aliens. So I'd have every line be golden. Even in short canvas, like I'd have some lower tier lines. Well, it's also, these are the ones they're showing.
We should have gone to Maku 4. I would be wary, Rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. Think I'm scared of some little...
It's not alone.
Get ready.
What are these things?
They are amorphous vermin.
Shoot first, questions later.
Drop them, Gamora!
This won't hurt.
Okay, actual team commands.
Smash them up, Drax!
Meet your maker!
Okay, actual team commands.
This is the local fauna!
Seems like an elegant thing to be what they're showing for the start of the game.
Time!
Interesting.
Oh, you, Rocket!
Time to go boom!
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
I think I just saw an experience made up for leveling up, and now all of my interest has died.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put
So that's alright.
down.
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No.
Very well.
Peter?
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of sharks! Scut-busting ass!
I am not familiar with these words. Order the beast to do its job.
Rocket, come on, man.
Ram it, dash face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10!
Okay, deal.
So like that's okay, that's cute. Again, as a concept where you're making decisions between which arsehole you want to listen to and follow through and everything, that's a concept that works really well for Guardians.
Guys.
I got it.
There's also one behind you. Eat the Jello cube. Now we've got facehuggers. Also, no excuse to have just wacky, weird designs because aliens.
These creatures are perfect predators.
Stop cheering for the murder monster.
That's a Vanquish dash. That is straight up Vanquish. And I think the star meter is the star meter literally going to go up like, I don't know. I was about to say, as I saw the D, I'm just like, is it going to go D, C, B, A, S? Because of, like I said, deadly or destroy.
Is anything on this planet not trying to kill us? Guys, huddle up!
Fill up the star meter. I want to see what happens when if you actually fill it up.
Already missing the jiggle jellies.
They keep moving around.
Okay, it went up to incredible. Okay.
Don't get too close to that mouth.
This guy barely
feels it.
I feel this game is going to be torture for streamers. I literally feel like because of Quill's mixtape, there is going to be like 20 licensed tracks or something on the mixtape that recycle, and you're not going to be able to stream this game at all. Turn on mixtape with Devil Trigger.
That is
and still aim under that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Peter?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter?
Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Are you gonna change your mind?
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
What?
This is an affront to democracy.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed.
You want to make that call, then you better not mess this up.
You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style if I got it.
Drat. Gamora,
Stop with the licensed music. I get it's part of the franchise, but still.
Your safety as our leader.
Okay, at least it's one that we played before.
Don't look at me.
This is, by the way,
remember, buddy,
most of the conference, I think.
Not bad.
I don't think you need to hear it to push a cage across a bridge. It's gonna be a heavy cage. It looks like a heavy cage.
Easy, big guy. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
You're 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
We got this.
Okay.
Rocky, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm definitely way more interested in this than the Avengers game. Like, what we're seeing here is actually going, okay, that might actually be fun. Unlike the Avengers thing they showed off, where my reaction to everything they showed was, this looks dull and uninteresting and boring. Okay, Rocket's got a giant gun. Again, my biggest concern is I saw an experience meter, and I'm worried it's going to be another one of those games of do the grinding, otherwise the number above the head is too big. You can't kill it.
The audacity that you thought you could rob me, Dweller! Feast upon them!
Giant tentacle. Oh, it's more than just a giant tentacle. Could be borderline style levels give skill points from saying damage numbers at least. I was just like, because of stuff like God of War recently, and so many other games where it's been exactly that. And all your
now we're going to revisit two iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms. First up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series. And then get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch.
Wait, how classic are you talking for Final Fantasy? Do they literally mean the first 6 Final Fantasies? Holy shit, it's literally the first 6. Wow. Okay. Damn. Well, I guess if I want to play all the Final Fantasies, then that makes it a lot easier. I won't be doing them in order because I've already fucked that up with 7, but, you know. If I'm going to do every game in a franchise, that makes it a lot easier to do Final Fantasy. I don't really need to show much for a remaster, but still. Well, it says Pixel Remaster and just like an ambitious thing like that, so what? To what level do you mean a pixel remaster?
Up next, Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you.
Are they?
Including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
Are they? I'm not even aware if there is a person out there that likes playing this game. I know people on Twitter who play this game a lot. They never mention liking it. In fact, they mention the exact opposite. Might be all the original titles from that bit, meaning most of that stuff from later re-releases.
Beautiful.
Well, that makes it a bit weirder. There's an upscale and stuff, maybe the other remakes would be better.
You're out of your depth.
Yeah, it is weird that you have a bunch of pixel remasters and it's only on mobile and Steam. Switch is a perfect platform for that.
The world doesn't need it. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
There is no end to this promise. You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
I can watch it at 1080. Sorry, I didn't realize that I wasn't watching it at 1080. I thought I said cosmic blue. That's likely the most fun I'll have with this segment. So the thing is that they're showing all of this. Everyone already knows this game sucks. Like, everyone already knows that this is not a fun video game to play. Replay the same 2 boss fights. Yeah, when you say randomized boss fights, how in-depth are those boss fights going to be if they're randomized?
I applaud your efforts to connect
This is
with your
Fallout 76 got some companies really deep in the sunk cost fallacy these
as
days.
a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall,
This I get,
I must warn you of
because
a
they
few
might
things.
still be under pressure by
Many
Disney
eyes
to
follow the
continue
path
trying to make this
you are
work.
about to walk down.
Fallout 76 makes no fucking sense to me that they did not abandon that ship, like, within a week of launching. I've been wanting FF5 and 6 on Switch ever since we put 7 to 12 on it. There's actually quite a lot on the Switch right now. Thinking of still playing this and trying to get to Black Panther. That I can understand.
It is Claw.
I can understand if it's just like, oh, well, we've got the really good hero coming up soon. But still. They just announced 2 major updates to 76 at the first. Why? Why would you do that?
Vibranium doesn't belong to you.
The only thing I can think is that 76 still makes money from its whales. It's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise, why? I think it's every single update that's happened to 76 has like broken the stuff into the very few things in the game that weren't already broken. Every time we've seen it, it's broken the few things.
Now it's time to give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming months.
Why do I feel so tired?
Good evening,
shitty after waking up
426.
today? I normally
Our
don't feel this
intelligence
shitty.
reports
Oh,
a new
God.
threat to global stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before. Following Agent
good things like
47's
5
disappearance, you were selected because of your remarkable skills.
Also, I remember
Execution
there was a thing
must
where
be
they announced
perfect.
like the gold premium membership you could get for 76,
Strike from the shadows,
and there was a glitch
and they
of,
will
like,
never know what
and it
hit them.
like gave you extra storage space or something like that, and there was a glitch that the free players could just access it instantly and then steal all their shit. Yo, here we go.
Sad and beautiful tale that echoes
Here we
throughout
fucking go.
eternity. The first mobile entry in the Nier series. Nier Reincarnation.
I'll be honest, it's still fucking with me to hear the phrase. It is still fucking weird to me to hear the phrase Nier series. Oh, Brave Exodus stuff, yes. forgot this game was still going. Oh, it's an ad for the same thing. I thought this was another one. Final Fantasy X Final Fantasy. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. I need to play this, don't I? I need to do at least a stream on it, don't I? Do we have a day? Do we have a window? The window is the rest of this year. Soccer.
Today, the team at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the
stuff?
epic
Yeah,
world
there is.
of Babylon's Fall, featuring fluid combat, powerful
people were
weapons, and a
mentioning
unique
this.
art style.
I don't even remember what this game is. I realized I thought I knew what it was, and then I realized I was thinking of Godfall. When I saw people from the early access, like the map was like the entire Slums area.
Over 1,000 years, it was meant to be a tower of dreams.
Like just the Slums we experience in the game, or
But
even
for 1,000 more, it was seen as a
It's really, we only go
tower
to
of ruin.
sector like 5, 6, and 7. It's wild that you spent so much time in Midgard across that game, and we've seen actually
Persevering through
fuck all of
fire
Midgard.
and ice.
We've seen
and
the
the
upper plate
coldest
of
of
2
winds.
sectors, barely.
Eventually,
like for a
the
few
tower
seconds,
became a
and we've seen
symbol of
3 of the
unrelenting
Slums
ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo-Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado!
Okay, it's actually multiplayer. Platinum are working on like a full multiplayer title. Okay, this is not the game I was thinking of. I was definitely thinking of Godfall.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope. For what little hope there may be.
I don't know, I've been burned on so many games by Platinum lately that just being told that a gameplay is made by Platinum is not enough to sell me on it anymore. Because I've been burned by them so many times, you know? That I can't just go, oh yes, Platinum, let's go.
We're all
I can't do that.
prisoners of our subjective reality. Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
Like, what I'm seeing here, I would put into the category of fun. I need extended gameplay to actually be able to tell whether it's hype or not.
I hate. Ascend to the
This doesn't seem
heaven
that interesting. It
above the tower.
And then also so typical Platinum that might be doing a multiplayer.
Like this one now.
Will how it works around multiplayer be interesting?
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
Can you take that mask off? I can't understand you. I can't understand what a word he was saying was either. Again, it's just like Platinum's
こちらゲー
action.
ムズは本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニーオートマタでそれが証明できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
So as my thing is this, like, I think the last game that Platinum made that had like really fantastic combat was Nier Automata.
端的に言うと、ニー
Was
オ
the
ートマ
full
タの
guy
アクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん一人でも遊べ
Like
るんですけど、4人
legitimately,
で
every Platinum game that has come out after Nier Automata, I have
それに
found
つい
has
て
had
は
like
プレイヤーが、途切れないよ
disappointing
うに向かっ
gameplay
て
in、some
アクション
capacity or another.
追い求め続けることができると。プレイヤーは、ストーリーを見ながら
And that's just-
ダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。入手
It's
する
upsetting
装備や
to not
素材
be
を集め
excited
て
about
自身
Platinum
を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
ゲームのスタイルとして
But
は、
it's
オ
like
ーソドックスな
I've been burned
ハ
by
ック&スラッシュっていう
ever
形
since Automata.
ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思っています。
プレイヤー
from what
の
I'm
背
seeing
中に
here,
つい
I'm
てい
just
る
like,
ギレモコピーというのがかなりキーアイテムとなっています。
It looks
それによって、遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも変わ
That's
って
the
きま
most
す。
I can say
ハイ
about
フ
this
ァンタジー
combat.
感というか
And
その
that's
上品さ
like
というとこ
seeing
ろはすごい
Platinum like
意識
action,
してくれというふうに言われ
like
ましたね。
seeing
カートゥーン
your
チックな
characters go
読
and
むと
seeing
いう
what
か、
the
まあ、
enemies
リア
are
ルに
doing,
本
how
当
you
に
did
存在
that
してい
in
る
these trailers used
人
to
た
be
ち
a
が
fuck
い
yeah
るかのような
experience.
感じは意識しました。
Where now it's
この
a
ゲームは
it's
運営型のゲームと
fine,
して開発しています。発売後も定期的に新しいコンテ
but
ン
I'm
ツを
actually
提供
not
する
seeing
予
any
定
of the
です。
combat that
よう
looks
やく皆
exciting.
さんに改めてこういった形で
It's
発
fine, some
表で
people
き
will
た
have fun
本
with
当
it,
に
I'm not
私たちも
bothered.
嬉しく思ってますし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になって
For
い
me,
る
it's
の
also
で、
just like
精一杯頑
I
張って
love
いきたいの
Platinum
で、皆
stuff
さんも
so
引き続き応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Literally, my two favorite games of all time are both Platinum developed games. Well, one's Platinum and Square because it's Nier Automata, but it's like to go from that.
Now let's check out the next major entry
still
in
loving
the
stuff
popular
like
Life is Strange series.
Two Bayonettas,
True Colors.
Revenge.
The team at Deck 9 is ready
Even
to give you a
Madworld.
deeper look at Alex Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first, here's a look at the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
And now I just
Feels so weird
like,
to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
Can we remaster the
What do you
first
remember
game
about us as kids?
so it doesn't
I think about
piss
us
me
as little
off to play
pirates,
it?
running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
We are awesome.
There's so much I love about the first Life is Strange, but boy, does playing that game piss me the fuck off. I'll be honest, on that one I couldn't tell the difference that much, but at least the other characters don't look like butt anymore.
Or take my picture with your new camera.
3 in the morning games,
That's
I
Rachel
tend to go.
Amber.
You're even
After my
earlier
dad
than I
died
am,
and you
Jesus.
moved, I felt abandoned.
Oh, good. You're here.
Rachel saved my
It's
life.
hard to HD remaster a
She was
game with
my
this
angel.
style.
Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit. Max, what's going on? No! Whoa. I discovered I could reverse time. What the hell is this?
Whatever's going on between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Get in, Max!
Part of this is also before the
Then I
storm, right?
realized I had a choice and the power to change everything.
I mean, they're showing us a lot of Rachel, so I'm pretty sure it's before the
Arcadia
storm.
Bay is on the edge of disaster.
I never actually played before the
to
storm.
change
I
time.
know I should,
Whatever happens, I'll always
because
have
it's
your
the game
back.
where you play as my favorite
Always.
character. So when you said remastered collection, you literally just mean the first 2 games.
Hi, I'm Maya,
And one of
also
them's like a
known as
half game.
MXM Tune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look
Is this
at
the one
official
where they
gameplay
announced
from
it
the
where
remastered
your character
collection.
has the
As a
unnatural
longtime fan,
superpower
I know I
ability
did.
of empathy?
You can see the love and care
Which I
that
get
Deck
the
9 has
point
put
of
into
it,
remastering both Life
but
is
the
Strange
way they said it
and
was
Before
funny.
the Storm. This collection features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life
Again,
into these 2
on the
beloved
other,
games.
on Max and Chloe, I could
Back
tell
in
a
March,
difference.
we
On
also
Rachel,
revealed
I
the
could not.
next major game in the series, Life is Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover
so
the
the
truth behind
superpower
her
of
brother's
basic
death,
logic.
using her psychic
It
power
always
of
makes me how they have
empathy to
separate
unravel the
character singing voice.
shocking
Why not just
secrets
cast a
of
VA that
Haven
can sing?
Springs. Today, we have a first look at
Because
Alex's
that would be
unique power
hard.
in action. Here's game director Zach Garris for more.
Sorry, we have explicitly Nightmare Before Christmas.
Alex's
to blame for
psychic
that.
power of empathy is integral to the story of Life
Because
is
Jack
Strange
Skellington's
True
voice and
Colors.
singing voice are
It
different
impacts
people.
every relationship she
And I don't
builds
know of any
and
examples from
every
before that.
decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
For years, Alex has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others, the fear, sadness, and anger of those around her, leading her to believe her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening.
and the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
Has anyone here played any Life is Strange games?
From the very
past
start,
one?
you can use Alex's
'Cause I have
power
no
to
idea what
focus
the
on
franchise
brightly
is like
colored
as a
auras
whole in
to gain
terms
an
of
insight into
quality,
people's emotions.
design, and stuff like that. Like, I played Life is Strange 1. I really liked it.
These valuable
pisses me
insights deepen Alex's relationships
very
with the
much a
folk of
love-hate
Haven
kind of
Springs,
game.
as well as sparking new dialogue
And
options
it's not that
and
because
events.
of it I didn't want to give
as
the others
here,
a chance. I
from a
just never
scene
had
very early on in the game.
Going out of my way.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna
Haven't
lose
even
her, and
played
it's
one?
all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a
can't
secret that
legitimately
Mac wants to
recommend
keep
one, honestly.
hidden from his long-term girlfriend. And now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So please, help me out.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit.
Listen.
Thanks for telling me the truth, Alex.
Are we still together?
Are you serious? I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex. We'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry a dangerous, even life-threatening amount of power.
He's dead! I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
Yeah, that's how
This
these games
anger
are.
could kill her. What if I could just take it away?
Using Alex's power is the only way you can
Everyone
uncover
needs
the
therapy.
truth
Again.
behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her?
Yeah, so I'll be honest.
What would it do to me?
I'm not
And
going to spoil
even
any
if
of
I
Life is Strange
can,
1, but I will say the things
should
that
I?
piss me off about it.
How far will you go in
The
pursuit
way
of that truth?
the game
The choice
deals with very
is yours.
serious emotions and problems that people have. And
Alex's powers look so
real
awesome.
and serious
I have no idea
situations
how I'll make some of these choices,
is
but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th.
poorly managed.
Don't
at
forget, you can
best
pre-order
and
Life is
actively
Strange True
callous and
Colors
cruel at
now.
worst.
And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
And that's
it for today. Make sure to follow
That's
the
the
Life is
biggest
Strange
issue with
social
Life is
channels
Strange
for
1.
more.
Is like it has these moments of just like very serious shit affecting someone, and the way the game handles that is bad. And its ending pisses me off. I get it, and I saw it coming from a mile away, but it still
And now,
pisses me off.
we are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
Is time travel and lesbians? That's the primary premise of the first game, yes.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us
Sounds
go in there
easy.
and find you?
Just kill chaos.
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
There are characters from 3 different developers
only
in front of
know
me right
one
now.
thing.
Typical Western
I want
dude,
to kill
typical like
chaos.
anime boy, and then
It's
a
not
developer
hope
who
or
actually
dream.
wanted to design a black
It's
person
like
because they remembered black people exist,
Thirst.
because it wasn't anyone who made the generic white dude or generic anime boy.
You're dust!
Chaos is a recurring antagonist
Sure
in the FF
chaos is
games.
here.
Yeah, we can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This
But
is
I thought the
shrine
games
of
weren't connected.
chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
And I am waiting for the Final Fantasy game that is just like the primary
Darkness
premise
is so
is the
thick I
villain
can
trying to take
taste
over
it.
the multiverse of
This
every
is
Final
it.
Fantasy
No
series.
doubt.
Die already!
Damn, okay.
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never
It
returned.
is so weird seeing
His name
Whitey
was Garland.
McWhiteface right next to
Good.
Pretty Anime Boy.
I would be grateful if you looked for him.
I think that might just be
Chaos.
Dissidia. It's almost Dissidia. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. The hype thing that I thought was going to be like a massive deal for Final Fantasy apparently already exists as a series.
Crush you!
That's a fighting game.
Know when you're beaten! And who are you?
We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own warriors of
Garland
light.
Chaos is absolutely FF1.
He always
When
wore
a personal character
such
shows up in a
splendid
cutscene.
armor with a helmet that was
But
terrifying.
the thing is that like the custom
It's
character is the default
No.
dude of just someone who literally selected default and everything else. He doesn't. Brooding McWhiteface does not match the other ones. Final Fantasy Origin, Stranger of Paradise. A bold new vision for Final Fantasy. Okay. Okay.
With a look at some of the amazing Square Enix titles you can play now.
A reimagining of
as well
one?
as those to come.
It might be.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop
See, I'm
plate
not getting
number
excited
7.
because this
They're
came
gonna
out
do
yesterday,
what?
so that's why they're talking about it. They're not doing anything else. They're not doing anything else. It came out yesterday, that's why they're mentioning it. Same with Reprogam, that came out about a month or two ago. Outriders, I have heard people be very disappointed with that game. Hey, Neo Warden's with you. A game I won't be playing when it comes out because, yeah, I'm still halfway through the first game. What is this? What is that game? Wow, this is what that's everything they're showing off of 16. 16 is still a long time away, it seems. I was thinking we might get a bit more on 16 today, but no.
No, of course I will.
Outriders dropped 99% of their playbase in the first week.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep an eye out for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Oh my god, there actually wasn't a one more thing. Oh my god, that always happens in
Next
these.
time.
Oh wow, there actually wasn't a one more thing. This is just
IGN Summer of Gaming has a
wow. Okay, that was actually the end. The Final Fantasy Origin was actually their final drop. Have you played Final Fantasy 14? Not yet. I have not played the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14 with a free trial for Realm Reborn, including the award-winning expansion Heavensward up to level 60 with no restriction on playtime. I have not played that game yet. They showed a short trailer for Forspoken at the last SE presentation, I think. It looks more interesting than half of the stuff I saw here. Play all 90 Final Fantasy games? Eventually. If I live long enough, I'll be able to get through all of them. I think Origin leaked earlier, or at least there were rumors about something with that name. I mean, that definitely seemed to be their final one big thing, but, like... In terms of new announcements, the only two things that Square actually announced today were Final Fantasy Origin and Guardians of the Galaxy. And then they just gave us, like, showing more of Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange, and Avengers. That was basically the entire thing. I mean, Final Fantasy Origin is like, I'll give it a try. Because I want to try more Final Fantasy games, kind of thing. Like, I want to get, like... I enjoy Remake enough that I want to play more Final Fantasy games. So, I'll give Origin a try. He's hoping for more from Sony. That's where 7R and 16 were originally announced anyhow, Sony presentations. This is true. This is true. Because they are, like, Sony property. Well, not Sony properties, but they've always... That's where they've always been belonged and stuff like that. But we don't have Sony at E3 anymore. Not sure how I feel about that one. If Pixel Mastered 1 to 6 were also on Switch, I'd have been more happy. It's weird that they're not on any consoles, especially Switch. Might say Origin is a new game or some weird remake thing. It looks like it's a remake thing. I mean, based on the presentation and stuff, and the way it said a bold new vision for the things. I think they said 16's a PlayStation console exclusive too. I mean, haven't most Final Fantasies been PlayStation exclusive? With the very possible exception of any of the mobile things and 15. I think 15 might have been on Xbox, but even then I'm not sure. Put them on mobile so they can have monetization. But they're NES and they're NES Final Fantasy games. What monetization? Like, you'd have to butcher the game so much. Oh goodness, sorry. I should not feel this awful. I hope I feel a bit better by the time I actually stream normal shit today. God damn it. 13 came out on 360 first. Wow, I thought 13 was exclusively PlayStation. Don't mind me. Well, that wasn't that much. 1 to 6 were Nintendo exclusive, and 64 used cartridges, so they moved to PlayStation exclusives to 7. Oh, okay. That makes sense. We literally have every other main Final Fantasy other than 13 trilogy and the MMOs. Damn. Oh god, I feel like shit, and I don't know why. I don't know why today I just feel like such garbage waking up. I think it's because I overslept. So I'm gonna call it. I was gonna go immediately into Xbox, but I did see on the Discord when I was setting this up, people said Xbox is not worth it. And honestly, so far, that's my response from a lot of this E3 so far this year. Which is fair. Like, I didn't come into E3 expecting a shit ton this year because of the troubles. But still. Though Guardians is a big one. E3's been a bit disappointing so far. Hopefully the next couple ones will be a decent amount of my wishful thinking. Well, again, it's just like the last year and a half would have just been spent working on the games that they were already working on. Not many new projects would have started because of everything going on. So maybe I should give it another year, but I don't know. I feel like all the companies are showing off enough to warrant an E3. It's just not going to be the mind-blowing E3 of like, I mean, like, the first one I did, and the only one before this, because there wasn't one last year that I did a reaction to, was the 2019 one. And the thing is, 2019 was a stacked E3 that, like, people can have opinions about whether they think there was a lot there or not. But, like, there was a lot of new shit and, like, stuff revealed and stuff dropped at the last E3, at 2019's E3. Like, they showed off Zelda, Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, I mean, that was the Keanu Reeves Cyberpunk thing, you know, for how well that went, stuff like that. Everything with FF7 was shown off there. Like, it was a big deal, that one. And I didn't come into this year expecting it to be a big deal because of the troubles, like, it's not like, oh, they didn't announce anything last year, so secretly they've got everything planned this year, because they haven't been able to work as much on shit for the last year. So, if you genuinely think that Xbox isn't worth doing, I won't do it. Like, if it's, because, I mean, I don't even have an Xbox, so it's just, oh, it might be coming to another console. If, like, the main thing that they've got is, like, Halo, which it seems to be, because all the pre-art for it is just various Halo things, then it's just like, Halo's fine, but I mean, I won't even be playing it because I don't have the console. But, yeah, we'll come back. Nintendo. See, the thing is, Nintendo has a bunch of stuff that's announced, but if they gave us more information on it, people's dicks would explode. Because we're all desperately waiting for Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime 4, and Bayonetta 3. So we have all of that. Capcom also apparently has a thing tomorrow. No idea what it's going to be, though. Was it Capcom put out a list of the games that they're covering for it? And it said Resident Evil and Monster Hunter. Which I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Those games have come out this year. So I don't get it. Capcom likely won't be much. Nintendo can be big, but it's still likely of we're still working on old stuff. Chill. The DLC for Village, yeah, because that's gonna have DLC. Because the only other stuff from Monster Hunter is Rise stuff, with a very, 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 very unlikely possibility of showing off us a 2-second teaser for World 2, which is not happening. Not now, because, hell, Rise just released, and that's still got to have its expansion game to it. Lady D steps on new DLC. I hope it gets more wacky DLCs like the Blackjack one 7 got. 7's DLC is so fucking good. I love 7's DLC so much. Because it's just like having that, like having the fucked up Lucas ones of just, oh, you've got it like playing the game where you're losing the fingers and getting the saw in the face. Having that basically escape room sequence one. The Jack's birthday party thing just being stupid and ridiculous. The Ethan must die thing. The actual, like, oh shit, play as Zoe, like, as everyone turns. Then you get End of Zoe, which is just the sickest shit ever. Playing as the sickest character to ever exist in a fucking Resident Evil game. 7's DLC is good as shit. Like, it jumps all over the place in so many different hillbilly punch-out, basically. Like, 7's DLC has so many different gameplay styles and thematic tones to it that it is so wild. You get serious ones with intense gameplay. You get non-serious ones with intense gameplay. You get non-canon ones with intense gameplay. Canon ones with intense gameplay. You get... you get dark shit with atypical gameplay. It's so all over the place and does so much different shit that's what makes it stand out so much for me. There are a lot of sicker people in Resident Evil. The whole thing's about getting... No, that's just me right now, because I feel like shit waking up. I feel like I'm sick. I'm not. At least I would hope I'm not, but hey. No joke, I was stuck on the final boss of Not a Hero on professional difficulty for like 10 hours. That was a real bastard. Which one's Not a Hero? I'm thinking of... I know of Ethan Must Die. Which one's... Oh, no, that's the Chris one. Sorry. Yeah. No, I do remember. But to be fair, though, it was satisfying to kill him, though, right? Because fuck Lucas. I even completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that there was a whole extended DLC for playing as not Chris. Yeah. Playing as definitely not Chris Redfields, because what the fuck? That boulder punching asshole. If there's one thing I'll say, completely unrelated to anything Square Enix, because we're just talking about Capcom shit now. If there's one thing I will say that Village does so fucking well compared to any other Resident Evil game is that the end of the game is good. Like, the ends of Resident Evil games are usually, like, the lamer parts, or at least the less interesting parts. And I would say that's a common trend for most of them. With some of them having, like, little bits at the end that stand out, but for the most part, not really. But, boy, does the end of Village go hard and not fucking stop, and have some great moments. The boat, the lab, the islands, the lab. I mean, the end of Village just goes so hard, just in so many ways. I would say the main disappointing thing is the final boss, and that's just because I just think about various RE final areas. Do you mean the various labs that exist? Yeah, 4 is like one of the few that doesn't have a lab at the ends. And thing is, there is no lab at the end of Village, but you still go somewhere where the experiment started and get to read all of the documentation on it. I mean, I guess the same thing happens in 7. You're an assault mine, for fuck's sakes. But you still have to come across the table with every one of the notes that the scientists have written out just sprawled out in front of you to explain what's actually happening. That's just Resident Evil at this point. Yeah, 4 has like a single room with a plugger, removing right before the final boss. Again, yeah, no, it's literally the exact same shit as the workstation computer set up in the salt mines, or the table with all of the photos around it in Village. You have to know how much a liquor costs to make. Oh god. Like, the tropey aspects of Resident Evil in terms of just how much Resident Evil cannot get away from its own structure and formula. At this point, it's kind of endearing. I know a lot of people don't like that it is so stuck in that formula, but I think it works well. Like, it's always exciting to see at the end of the game, here's the notes of all the experimental bullshit we've been doing for this game. That's a funny moment. Always. As of RE5, it only takes a boy licker and a girl licker, which is terrifying lore implication they've never gone back to. Yeah, that was part of 5, wasn't it? That the fucking bioweapons can breed. I forgot about that part. Oh, God. Was that related to the complete global saturation? No, because that was the Ouroboros. So that's the thing, I can't shit on the end of RE5 too much because the entire thing in the volcano is so ridiculous that I can't shit on too much. The liquor alpha specifically can breed more liquors. God, that... Complete global saturation of liquors. Anyway, I'm going to call it, we're now just talking about Resident Evil at the end of the Square Enix conference, which I think, that's my review, by the way. That's my review of the Square Enix conference. The main thing I was talking about at the end of it was Resident Evil. I don't know if I need to say more about it. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I will see you all next time. If what people are saying here is true and Xbox sucked, I won't even bother. Because I imagine it's long. And I feel like shit. And I'm hoping in 2 hours I won't feel a shit so I can do Monster Hunter Rise properly. But I'm out of here. We'll see you all for Nintendo. Xbox is 90 minutes. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now because I feel like shit. And that would go to almost when I do Rise. And I need time to like that. It's like an hour and a half of nothing. Sick. I'm not doing it then. I will see you all around in the future. So until then, this is Version2. Signing out.